Hello everyone, my name is Amana Begam Ansari and I'm the columnist with ThePrint. And once again, I'm here to discuss about my article which I have written for the print, and my article is about the UCC Uniform Civil Code, a subject which always have been very controversial on a lot of fronts. So there are very vocal supporter of UCC who believe that UCC is much needed in India, where we already have a uniform criminal code and a lot of other civil matter like contract laws are uniform in India. However, when it comes to the civil matter, we have a different rule based on the religious and other communities. And so when we talk about uniform civil code, basically we talk about those matter and bringing a uniformity within personal matter. So the people who are very pro UCC, including me, basically see that this is a good for India and every citizen of India should be treated equally. However, people who oppose it, they believe that uniform civil code would be against the diversity of India, which and also it's against the freedom to practice the religion, basically. So before going into it, we know that Law Commission has asked for the input from various organizations, specifically the religious organization. So I have written my opinion that I do not understand when personal matter affect most the women, because it includes marriage, divorce, inheritance, and guardianship. So when it mostly cover these kind of issue which affect daily life of women, why any other group or organization should give precedent over the women? So when we talk about the UCC, I think women should be the first one to be heard in this regard. And as I am a Indian Pasmanda Muslim women, so I know because of this personal law which is based on Sharia, and there is a no changes and no reform within this Sharia law, how much an average Indian Muslim women suffer. So I mean, for example, I'm not going into the discriminative law against the women. I'm talking about right now, totally heinous crimes against women in the name of personal law, like hijanat, which is contract marriage. For example, halala, where women has to marry some other man to get married back to their divorced husband. Practices like practices where a man are allowed to marry women under 18 age, which which ideally should be come under the POSCO because of the rape attempt. How so? These are the some crimes which get committed because of and committed under the law because of personal law matter. And entire legal system, like entire legal frame is totally discriminative. Like men can marry more than one wife, polygamy is allowed, inheritance is not equal, even men are the guardian, like are by default guardian of a kid. So when we see, and even divorce law, I mean, triple talaq has been just get this criminalized, but still the right to divorce women is in the hand of women. And when women want to get divorced, she has to go to the authority and ask for the kula. So she cannot practice the same kind of right which men can under the Muslim personal law. And the same time we see that Hindu personal law has been, like, almost it has been reformed. Even women have been granted the equal inheritance law. So, and it's not only about the Muslim women. If you go through the different communities legal frame, you will find some gender unequal laws, let it be Parsi community or the Christian community. So when we see that we believe that women are equal citizen of India, why they should be discriminated just because they have been born into certain communities. And it's it is easy to say that codified the laws and keep bringing reform, but it takes a lot of effort to keep doing that again and again and for different communities. So it would be far easier if we bring a uniform civil code for all of Indian citizen, and if we have to change those laws um, um, based on universal right and whatever we feel is in favor of society and social justice. So it would be easier to change those laws for each citizen of Indian rather than uh, going into each community's personal law and bringing those reform and facing all kind of backlash from the religious and conservative community of this those societies. So I have written thoroughly about um, Uniform Civil Code and why do I see it as a solution for women equality, as well why it is good for the India. And mostly I have written that why uh, government should now start considering women opinion more than this religious organization, because when we talk about that freedom to practice religion, we talk about the individual, we do not talk about the organization. They don't have any authority to act like a speaker on behalf of entire community. It is the freedom of individual to practice religion, and nobody is snatching away. You still have your way of life, you can practice your religion, your prayer, wear whatever you wish. It is about only legal matter. Thank you.